What's up, you guys? This is Adam Gillespie with Rancid and Sweaty Caps coming at you with yet another video. And it is no surprise that DC and Warner Brothers would try their absolute best to keep Amber Heard at a minimal in this trailer. Now, I have watched this trailer. I viewed it when it first came out, but I did not put a review on it. I did not share my thoughts on it. And I noticed there was just this tiny little moment in the trailer, this tiny little moment that kind of caught my eye, and I was sitting there going, wow, okay. So I figured I'd share my thoughts on that tiny little moment, and it literally is just about less than a second, if not, yeah, it's like a quarter of a second long, and it is a shot of Amber Heard. Now, in this entire trailer, which is 2 minutes and 53 seconds, all that I have heard, all the hubbub that I have heard about this trailer originates from the fact that DC and Warner Bros. Still decided to keep even a quarter of a second of Amber Heard in this trailer. Which is not good news for DC or Warner Bros. And this is not good news for Amber Heard because it's just adding to the fuel of her remaining an individual that the public despises. And for decent reason, too. I mean, let's be fair. This woman lied and defamed and destroyed a man's livelihood, career, life, relationships in the future, probably. A whole bunch of things was absolutely, completely destroyed by this woman. And she literally crapped in the guy's bed. I mean, if that's not a reason to be upset with somebody, I don't know what is. I for sure wouldn't let somebody crap in my bed. This was my adorable little dog. Then I might be a little bit more, woo. I'd still be upset, okay? Look, this is a bad situation for DC to be in, and I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. This little clip right here. That clip is the only thing that's talked about in this entire freaking trailer, dude. The only thing that's talked about. It is a 0.25 second moment in a clip, in a trailer that's over 2 minutes. That's 2 minutes and 53 seconds. Sure, there's a little bit of the credits and stuff, but at the end, it's not really necessarily a full 2 minutes, 53 seconds, because you got all the pauses and this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 towards the end, but whatever. It's 2 minutes and 53 seconds of video uploaded onto YouTube, and a barely a second long thing. I don't know, I'm not going to say 0.25, it could be 0.5, it could be 0.75, but it's barely a second. It's not even a full second of actual footage of Amber Heard is the one thing that everyone is talking about in regards to Aquaman 2. Not good news for the rest of the movie, because the rest of the movie obviously isn't as compelling as roasting the socks off of this Amber Heard chick. Obviously, people care more about being upset over her than which is not good for this movie. And the mere fact that you've still got her in the film to begin with is a pretty good indicator that people probably will not go and support this film if it means in any way, shape, or form giving Amber Heard any money, even if it is a significantly reduced amount compared to what she would have gotten in the first Aquaman. Not to mention, I don't think people want to go see a movie where someone they absolutely despise is going to be a character in it. Now, to me, watching the trailer, it looks like they're going to replace Amber Heard's character, Queen Mara, I believe. Sometimes I get that name mixed up with Hera, with Arthur's mother, Atlanta. That's what it looks like to me, and it could also involve replacing Amber Heard with King Orm. Or Aquaman's half-brother. But the fact that there is so much talk and so much buzz and hubbub around Amber Heard's barely a second moment in this trailer does not bode well for the movie. And with as bad as the past few DC movies have done, with Shazam barely breaking 100 million and Blue Beetle being kicked out of theaters in select places within the first 2 weeks of it being open, or however long it was, The Flash being an absolute bomb, making pretty much $0 in the box office, along with being a complete bomb, costing DC and Warner Bros. A massive amount of money. Black Adam not making any money. All of these most recent DC movies are completely flopping, are making zero money back on any of the investment that they're putting into this. And it's only going to get worse. And I genuinely think that Aquaman 2 is going to be quite the barometer for DC's future success. Because remember, Aquaman 1 with Jason Momoa was the first DC extended universe movie to break $1 billion. Now, I think the main reason for that was because women wanted to see Jason Momoa shirtless. But, let's be fair here. If this next movie doesn't do well enough to make DC any kind of money back on its investment regarding Aquaman 2, it's most likely due to the fact that there are several reasons why people don't want to see these movies. First of all, it's a dead timeline. There's nothing leading in this. Aquaman's not carrying on after this point. Amber Heard is in it, and people really don't like her. And people have zero faith in what DC is going to do in the future. When the first thing that you talk about in your story, in your future lineup, is Creature Commandos, something that people haven't ever freaking heard of, it's not a good thing for your company. It's not a good thing for the marketing. When the second freaking movie is The Authority, yeah, that's a James Gunn's thing that James Gunn would definitely be decent at directing, but it's not mainstream. Because The Authority is gay Superman, gay Batman, wah. That's pretty much what The Authority is. It's basically The Boys light with a gay Superman and gay Batman. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. Seriously, DC has made a bunch of bad decisions and continues to make a bunch of bad decisions. And it's only getting worse for them. And this trailer just proves no one cares about Aquaman 2. They only care about Amber Heard not being in it. I watched the trailer. I sat there and I said, okay, why are you introducing this new black trident thing out of nowhere? What the heck? You needed some excuse for Black Manta to be more of a threat towards Aquaman, and instead of giving him a bunch of mechanical and technological upgrades, something that's more legitimate for the character of Black Manta, it's, oh, he finds a magic trident that gives him more power. Remember how much effort Aquaman had to go through to get the trident in the first movie? And I'm talking purely in regards to the cinematic universe here. I'm not talking about anything from the comics, but purely in regards to the first movie. Aquaman had to go through so much effort to get that trident. Why the heck is it that there's just a black trident that might be sitting around somewhere for Black Manta to come around and pick up? What the heck's that about? Why? There's so many questions just off the top of my head in regards to this movie and in regards to the trailer that just doesn't do much to inform me of what's going on in the film. Now, maybe there's an explanation in the movie, and I'm just kind of getting a little bit upset because of the fact that DC has decided to shoot themselves in the foot, and Amber Heard is still a part of this project. But regardless, these are things that people need to think about. And a lot of people are sick and tired of giving money to corporations and big businesses that don't do anything for them, that do absolutely zero for them and what they like and what they adore about these stories. People want to see a good Aquaman movie. I want to see a good Aquaman movie. I would take the crappy one that we've gotten already over another one. And I don't want to watch the old one again because of the fact that Amber Heard's in it. It's a bad place for DC to be in, and they're only making it worse by keeping Amber Heard in this movie. If they'd have cut her out, maybe this movie wouldn't have gotten the necessary buzz to get all the money in the world, but at least they would have had some level of integrity to make sure that they're not trying to keep some sort of a this, that, and the other with Amber Heard. And again, this movie leads nowhere. It leads nowhere. There's no point to watch this movie in the greater context of the DC universe. It's just a pointless film of a dead franchise, of a dead timeline that's hanging on for the end. And I think there's one more, isn't there? I could have that wrong, but I thought there was one more after this. Maybe I'm mixing that up with Blue Beetle. This is a totally pointless movie. A totally pointless movie in regards to the greater scheme of the story of the DC universe. Jason Momoa is not Aquaman anymore, and they're not going to make a third one in the same vein as this one. Honestly, they should have just cut their losses and just stopped making these movies and started over from scratch if they were really going to start over from scratch. Or keep Henry Cavill on and do a soft reboot where you don't acknowledge some of the things that happened beforehand. Or because of the fact that you had the Flash doing basically a mockery of Flashpoint timeline, you can restart the timeline to some degree and still keep everything right. Alright, I'm going a little bit too much of a rant here. Although that is part of my channel name, Rants It. That's for Rumble, for you guys who don't know. But, seriously, this is ridiculous. This whole situation is ridiculous. And it's only going to get worse for DC because of the fact that no one's interested in anything they're doing right now. It's a dead company. Alright, well, that is going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Comment down below your thoughts. Share this video out there with your friends if you haven't already. And make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss a video that I upload. And check me out on my different socials. I leave links to those in the description below. I really do appreciate you guys for watching these videos and supporting me through likes and comments. And I really hope you guys have a great day and a great rest of the week.